Bro. Oh man. It's kind of crazy out here, man. So tonight I was planning on relaxing and going to sleep early. And I'm passing out, I'm dozing out on a Friday night. And all of a sudden I heard Lakewood police. They started kicking in the door of the neighbor's house. I'm talking about this is right next door to my crib. It woke me up dead out of my sleep. And then all of a sudden, the gang of cops came up here, and I'm hearing all kinds of chatter outside of my door. And they have a crime scene out there, like something happened crazy out there, man. So you can't even go outside in my hall. There's blood all over the hallway. Crazy, bro. That's a crazy sound to wake up to. I said, man, what's up with y'all, man? Shout out to the Park Hill area, man. God bless my homie. It was good. But yeah, I don't know what happened, and it's crazy because a couple hours ago, we talked to old girl that was neighbors, and she was going through some stuff. She was a little drunk, but I'm like, dang fool. So my whole hallway is a crime scene. They kicked the whole door in. My neighbor's doors, and it crumbled. They crumbled the whole door. So I was trying to get some sleep today for Friday and wake up early, but it doesn't look like they're going to. They don't look like I'm going to sleep anytime soon. I'm drinking a cup of coffee now, a little up, because I'm like, dang, what just happened? You know? But I don't understand this either, man. I live in Green Mountain. Of all places, I live in Green Mountain. And this is wild right now. I just start hearing Lakewood police, open up, we're kicking the door in. Boom, 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 boom. I said, man, what's really going on? Nah, I don't know. There's blood all over my hallway, fool. So whatever happened, somebody either got stabbed up or somebody got stuck or something, bro. I don't know. But we didn't hear nothing. That's the thing, is like we didn't hear anything going on. So I couldn't even say, like, I just know whatever happened, they're about to bring the out. They got detectives. They got the detectives in the hallway, the police departments in the hallway. We got the dogs. So what's crazy? Check this out. You know how I got dogs? Monet, Monet, Penny, come here, guys, come here. We got this dog. Penny, come here. We got two dogs, and we got their dog too. You know what I'm saying? Come here, Penny. Come here, Penny. Bro, we have another dog, the neighbor's dog, because they were going to take the dog to the pound. So now we have this dog at the house of the neighbors. He looking for his owners, and we don't know. I can't get a hold of. Oh, damn. I can't get a hold of nobody. So we got a random dog in the crib. My dog is tripping a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know where we're going to take the dog. I talked to the dude. He's at work. Her dude. He don't even have no information. Stop. Relax. Go. Go. No. Go. Go. Go in there. Go. Where's mom? Where's mom? Go get mom. Hey man, just token, drink a coffee, stay in. Yeah, I'm in. Hey, ghost. You see that? So they're not letting nobody up and down the stairs. So hopefully everybody got their ID. Um, I don't know. My thing is like this, man. This is Green Mountain. This is how I know Colorado has a problem, because this is Green Mountain. Technically, nothing goes on in Green Mountain. We ain't even in the Denver metro. And you have the craziness going on. Now I'm gonna try to What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to show you the door real quick. It's right outside of the door. Go, go, go. Come here, one eye. Come on. Penny, come here, buddy. Come here. Let's go. Come on. Okay, stay. Watch this, y'all. So when I'm not one. Look at that. I got a chat going, bro. It's crazy. These are the aspect of the neighbor. So is the whole downstairs a crime scene?
Yeah.
You can't even come, but they're gonna be able to come back up though, right?
Yeah, totally. I just got to guide him through where there's
okay.
Pieces of evidence.
All right. And I want to say this, her dude hasn't been here for a month, really. So there's no dude that lives over here.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard it was something else. I heard it was a different situation, but her dude, he hasn't been here. I haven't seen him for a month. Nah. But.
So I'm just gonna talk to them that.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know that. But you knew her to have a boyfriend?
Yeah, she a little bit back, but that's it. Yeah.
No, you haven't seen any male or person?
Nah.
No. Okay.
All right, my bro.
Sorry, can I get your first name, brother?
I don't want to give my first name.
You're not in trouble or anything?
Just say 7.
7?
7, yeah.
Okay, do I have a phone number we could reach you at?
I don't.
You don't have
I'm on a Wi-Fi.
You're on the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay. I need something just.
I live here with my wife.
You live here with your wife and all that. Like I said, we're not gonna run you or anything like that.
I know.
Just providing information.
I
just want to.
I just don't talk to the cops.
Uh-huh.
So that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? That's just not me. I don't talk to the cops like that.
Hey man, this is pretty serious.
Okay,
I'm just saying this is just for documentation.
I don't have if I don't have nothing to do with it, I'm gonna shut this door.
Okay, and then let me just reiterate, you haven't seen her boyfriend?
No.
You haven't seen anybody in a month?
Nah,
No, man?
No.
Okay, so
Appreciate you, bro. Yep. Yeah, it's just crazy, bro. They always trying to talk to. They always trying to ask questions. They got me fucked up. So glad that you are all moving. Yeah, it's just wild, man. No phone, no name, no. You don't have to give them anything. Not for real, though. I already know that. He wanted to start talking to me like I'm interrogated. You know what I'm saying? They want you, Sonny. Not me. Yeah, it's just wild. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I just woke up to pounding. Boom, 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 boom. They was tripping over there. You know what I'm saying? They were tripping over there. Like, it was crazy. Like, I woke up out of my sleep, Lakewood police. And then they said that, hey, relax. You're going to go in the other room. Monet, stop acting crazy. Go. Come on. Go. Let's go. Stay. All right. Go out there. Chill out. Go under bed. Time to go to sleep. Go. Go to sleep. Go night. Go under the bed. Thank you. On the bed, the boyfriend that hasn't been there has. I don't know, but the way he just said it was serious too. Damn, I mean, they're good people, you know. They're good ass people. Like, I know them. Like, I talk to them in the hallway and stuff. They're good people, you know. But that's just wild, man. Do you wake up to the pounding a lot? Since I've been here, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, to be real with you, fools done dumped up the block and they've been shooing each other up, and fools falling out in the hallways and fiends, and you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's technically it ain't even summer yet. It's not summer yet, you know. And it's winter and it's happening. So I mean, summer might be active over here, to be real with you, you know. You're up late, yeah. I woke up, they woke me up late. They woke me up. I'm like, dang, what's going on? You know, and my wife, you know, she talked to old girl, but you know, we don't really have nothing to do with that. You know, we stay in our own lane over here. Hey, Ghost, did you hear them fools knocking? Did you hear them fools stomping the door in when you were over there? You heard them fools stomping the door in? Cause I heard it, bro. They were loud, bro. They came up here deep. Lakewood police, boom, boom, boom. I said, damn. So I don't know, man. Yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit was wild. Oh my. What are you guys up to on this Friday, man? I hope you guys are having a better Friday. Yeah, I got back right before them fools came up, and see, they must have been somebody must have called, bro. Um, they must have called, like something happened. You know what I'm saying? But the way that they're acting right now is that something happened in the apartment, and somebody got hurt. So, uh, damn, that's just wild. That shit is crazy. Just chilling, cooking some dinner now. Hell yeah, man. That's all we could do. That's all we really can do, fam. Ooh. I said, dang, man. But it's always interesting, bro. The cops always try to get extra information. Like that's not my job, man. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's not my job to be giving all kinds of information and this and that's not my job. They get paid for that. It's not that's not, I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't have no warrants. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's not my case. I'm not gonna be giving people information, the cops especially, you know. Um telling you that's ugly indeed. No phone, no name. Yeah, no, we can't do that. No, he can't. Sign that. It's a good thing. Yeah, we're out of here though, and we're out of here in the summertime. We got till July. Now, one thing I'll say about this is like our city, Denver Metro, the city where we live, the Denver Metro, it's one of them things where it's like they moved everybody out to these smaller counties. They moved everything out to these smaller counties, right? And now everybody moves from the hoods all to these areas, you know? Um, and I've been seeing a fluctuation to Green Mountain in Arvada. Are you guys playing? Are you guys playing? Look at my pups, man. Look at the doggies. Homie's happy to be around another. He's happy to be around another dog. I said, man, that's cool. But my dog, my Akita German Shepherd, the big one, she's not having it. She's not having it, you know. So I don't know what we're gonna do now. I really don't know what we're gonna do. We got the dog, and I don't want them to take that dog to the pound. You know, this is go get Amy. Hey, brother. This is go get Amy. Yeah, she went to go get her right now. They took her ID though. They took her ID. So the reality, this is the reality though. To be truthful, homie hasn't even been over here. He hasn't even been over in these apartments. So I don't really honestly think nothing happened with him. I don't know what situation happened with old girl, but she's been doing her thing, drinking, like she been sipping a little something. So I don't know what actually happened with that aspect. I just know that she was intoxicated a little bit ago. Yeah, I ain't seen him in a minute. And when I talked to him, bro, he said that he hasn't been over here in a month. He hasn't been over here in a month. So, but you know how it goes with them situations. It's always going to be the spouse. They're always going to have questions for the spouse, you know? Um, so I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. That's just another rendezvous in the apartments. Another rendezvous in the apartments. They wilding out. They wilding out in the apartments. They wilding out in the apartments. I'm like, damn, bro. Green Mountain, the Pauliette projects. Good to see you again, brother. Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling, man. I'm in the room. The cops is outside in the hallway. Cops is outside in the hallway, and I'm relaxing. Crosby may be on the way to Baltimore. I seen that too. Max Crosby. What up, big dog? Was cracking, man. I'm staying on the cut, fool. They got my whole staircase as a crime scene right now. The cops is over here. Did you see the news about the Raiders getting rid of Crosby? He's going to the Ravens. Ooh, the Ravens got a hog over there. You know, they losing their key player, but remember when Khalil Mack left over there too? Khalil Mack left over there. I said, damn. I want to go see. I think I'm gonna look out the peephole real quick. Let's look out this peephole. See if I can see anything in the peephole. What up, Big Mo? Yeah, the cops came over here, kicked down the door. They kicked down my neighbor's door. So I'm in the cut. That looks freakish. You're in the outer limits right now. We're in the outer limits. What's going on in the city, man? Got to be a little sketchy out of the law outside. We are in the outer limits, my guy. We are in the outer limits, my boys and girls and gents and gentins and misses and misters and kings and queens. And I'm sitting my happy ass in the room chilling on this cold night when we got all kinds of stuff going on in the hallway. I thought you knew. I mean, being that shit's crazy. Oh, scary. Hilarious. And I promise you, yeah, I am, Rada. I'm stuck in the house. I'm chilling, homie. I ain't going out to no damn hall. I'm good. I'm far in the back. I'm not messing around right now, bro. I'm we now control all that you see in here. Favorite foreign food. Yeah, for real. For real, Mr. Rodriguez. For real. That's one of my favorite. Boom, boom. Ooh, you hear that? Y'all hear it? The Matrix is calling, bro. I'm chilling in the cut, though. I'm on hibernation. Wow, I don't know what happened, fool. You should go, like, you should see the neighbor's doors in half, bro. They just kicked the door in. They out there deep too, bro. They got a whole crime scene in my hallway. Well, I'm chilling though, man. I see. That's why for me, it doesn't pay for any of that aspect, bro. I'm chilling. I'm code 4. I'm good. I'm good. They ain't coming for my ass. Uh, Max ain't going nowhere. It's all rumors. Ooh, real deal. No kind. I have to get forever. Oh shit. Damn. What it do? Exactly. No reason to even open the door. My wife had to go pick up my sister though. And they actually wanted her ID to even go down the stairs. I'm like, why? We don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have nothing to do with that, but they try to get her ID. And I barely open my door and they're trying to ask me questions. I'm like, bro, I don't even talk to the cops at all. I won't ever talk to the cops. You ain't never gonna be able to talk to me about anything. Put me in the middle of some shit, homie. What the hell? That don't have nothing to do with me. I'm a civilian. I don't even know what's going on. You know, I just heard, oh, what's worse? Bad drivers or bad customer service. I think bad drivers piss me off more than anything. I think bad drivers piss me off more than anything because they don't have no proper respect for the road. I don't, you know what, to be truthful, man, I don't even put I really just kind of just got de-energized with politics all the way around. You know, I'm kind of de-energized, so I don't even focus in. I focus in on like stuff that's going on in my own city and what's going on in my own life, you know. But Yeah, I don't like bad drivers on the road because they just don't have respect for nobody. You know, they just be cutting people off, bro. They don't use their bro. Have the same cup. Let's go Broncos. Let's go Marauder. I don't do politics either. Well, to be real with you, I was looking into it and I got de-energized after looking into it so much. I'm like, man, this shit is never going to end. It's just going to be a big war and everybody's going to be tripping. I don't go Broncos, but I'm a Seahawk fan. Yeah, Broncos going to be back in it. You're down sure keeping an eye out show over the shoulder. I know because my dogs is tripping too. They're like outside on this hall. You know what I'm saying? I keep hearing stuff in the hallway. I don't like either side of politics anyway. Man, they be tripping, bro. They be warring out. They be walling out on craziness. I said, damn. What are you guys doing tonight? Hey, come here, Monet. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here. Hey, stop. Come here, Nene. In here. Monet, come on. Everybody in here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl, good boy. Come on, Penny. Let's go. Let's go. In here. Here, go this way. Come on, let's go. Here, go. Go. No, I mess with Chief Keef. I only heard a couple of his songs. I only heard a couple of Chief Keef songs, bro. But they had me on some other thing, man. Like your hate tattoos, you read. Why? Ink Boom, Colorado based. Oh, Bo Nix, don't break his ankle. Y'all would have had a real good chance, man. I messed with Chief Keef a little bit, but I only heard 2 songs. I just don't want to hear fools be wilding out and talking to shooting everything all the time. Dogs don't like the police either. They wilding out, brother. They going crazy over here. I wonder if they brought other dogs. I wonder if they brought their own dogs, though. The dog sense the energy. You're good. Monet, come here, babies. Come here. Come here, mamas. Come here. Monet, come here. Come here, love. You're good. She's on edge right now. She on edge. You're good. You're good, guys. How did I get baby dog sitter? Have you heard the band? Nah, I haven't. Where are they from? Where are they from? What's going on with them these days? Are they good? They got some good music coming out. You're off the age when MMA made boxing look limited. I like boxing though, man. Boxing is my favorite type of pastime. The NWA said what the police. They did they made a whole song. You ever ran into a loc named Crazy Cuz from Northside OGC? That's my cousin. That's actually my cousin, homie. Crazy Cuz and Nehemiah, little Loc and Jeremiah, they're all my cousins. We all used to ride together in the same program. That's the homies. They hop on here sometimes. Yeah. We're all Garcias, my homie Garcia life. Wrote that there as well. That's the riders right there, Rada. That your peoples? Hell yeah, that's the fam. I wish I had your hairline. Why? Look at my shit is, man, my shit is looking good, man. It's getting better. You know what I did? I put the chia pet in my shit, bro. You know what I'm saying, fool? I put the chia pet, man. He said, I wish I had your hairline, Rada. Come on, bro. Is your shit receding back? Is your shit receding back? Let me ask you, is your shit receding back? Did any hood bang orange rag? Yeah. Out here, there's some Hoovers. They bang orange, and then I think to be real with, I think the Hitman The Hitman from the North Side bang orange flags. They're still getting extensions. Hell yeah, I'm about to extend. I'm about to long hair it, don't care by the summertime. Summertime shine. I'm about to do long hair, don't care. You know, ball that 25 no go. Look at man. That's what I'm talking about, man. My shit is, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I might cut my shit though. My shit is kind of getting, man. Don't be hating on the locks, fool. Goldie Lock and the Three Bears. I might just grow my shit out and then cut it for cancer. Cut it for the cancer patients. What y'all know about that though? And I'm gonna go do now. Boom, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I used to have long ass hair to the middle of my back. Be unbelievable. Be unbelievable. That's funny. We were talking about that earlier too. Homegirl said, she said, don't do the glue. Hey, you know what? I say it like this, bro. A lot of people though, like the homie said, 25 and bald, right? They they can't really do that. So if I cut my hair, I can actually grow it back out. If I cut it, I'll grow it back out. If I cut it, I'll grow it back out. I can just continue to do that. A lot of people couldn't do that. So, you know, if they could, they would. I think Mama's Bear's back. Let babe. Yeah, Lady says back. So yeah. That's dope. I done that before. Donate my hair to cancer. Yeah, it's for a good cause. It's for a hella good cause. For an excellent cause. Like you can't go wrong with it, right? I opened the door and wanted to ask me a question. I'm like, well, I don't answer that question. I know her boyfriend, I'm like, I'm the wrong person to ask questions. And I don't talk to the cops really, sir. No disrespect.
All you have to say is
No, I don't talk at all. I say
you haven't even been there. That's the truth.
No, I said that. But
So that's all you have to say.
for me, so I said my wife will. If you guys are, I'm not the person, buddy. But
Does somebody harm her?
Huh?
Did somebody fucking hurt her?
that's her brother.
Because David hasn't been here.
I know that's weird, huh? Oh damn! How many people you gotta eat to be that big? Shit, just eat a lot of eggs. Rambo, what's up, my bro? Eat a lot of eggs and chicken and steak. You'll get that, and then go to the gym a little bit every single day. Never watched lives before until you. Some lives are wild. Hey, bro, they be wilding out. Wilding out, my bro. We feel like we in a whole soap opera, homie. Shit is crazy out here. I'm like, damn, fool. What the hell? They got the whole thing in the hallway. I'm like, not wanted to go get some footage, but they wanted to start asking me questions. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going out there. Tell me about it. Crazy. Let me let you in a little secret. Let me indulge. I told him, I said, I can't. That's not what it is for me. I'm definitely not gonna talk to the popos. I can't. I don't have no information for you guys. What's up with it, my homie? My high salute. What's cracking with it, brody? So yeah. Now I'm wide awake on this Friday night. I was planning on getting some good sleep. I was planning on going to bed early till I started hearing that. I was dozing off. We were watching a movie, and then all of a sudden I was dozing off, and all of a sudden I heard pounding on the neighbor's door, and they kicked it all the way in, bro. It's all split in the middle. So I said, you know what? I'll just get off a cup of coffee and wake up a little bit. And man, I never thought in a million years stuff would be going on in Green Mountain. Green Mountain is like the last place you think. You want to go get some rolls? Did they get your ID when you came back up? Amy too?
Just Amy.
Oh, my bad. Get this out the way. Yeah, sleep time. Mia. What? What do you need? Oh, okay. I'll power off. Lady Seth said, "Don't put me on there." Lady Seth is like, "I'm not messing with the camera right now." Always happen when you're about to fly.
My bed right now.
Oh, bro, he loves your bed. And then he got on the side. Have no respect for the police. Yeah, they wild out, bro, and then and they don't ever have the manners. They just automatically assume I can't drink warm coffee, but not warm soup. Dang, why? Why? What happened, my bro? Why can't you drink no hot coffee? Lady Sev is she's like, bro, I'm not trying to get on camera right now. She's kind of like she don't like that outside the door. They're saying hello. Jess said hello. Everybody saying hello. You good? Don't let it. It's kind of weird out there. Like to just know, but don't let it wear you out.
Right. He's pretty.
I think I'm gonna get another cup of coffee. I think I'm gonna fire up another cup of coffee. Stay up, I guess, late now. I'm gonna stay up a little bit late. I don't know, man. And that's why I say this, like to be real with you, and I'm gonna be 100. Like living in these low income housing apartments, you always gonna have different things go on like that all the time, you know. And you would never think in Green Mountain or Lakewood you're gonna have that, but now it's just traveled all over the city and state. And it's like, dang, we can't get away from it. Don't let the energy take over as long as you are safe. Yeah, not for real. You know, it's just one of them things when you look out now outside of the door because the neighbor's door is right across the hall. So if you go out, there's police out there. That's the only thing that's irritating. You got police all up and down the stairs doing research and detective work. It's a crime scene out there. The hallway got blood smeared all over the wall. You know, you know. So whatever happened, she was smearing blood all over, up and down the stairs, and they said they're gonna be out there for a minute. Don't let the energy take not for real, but it's just crazy because we had seen old girl a couple like an hour ago, about an hour ago, and we didn't hear nothing. We didn't hear nothing. Normal day in the hood, product of the environment. Shit's going crazy, my loco. I said, damn, my fool. I said, damn, these fools is walling out in Green Mountain, my brody. Walling out in Green Mountain, my dude. I said, mine's tapping in. Let's let's go, my bro. My high salute. What's good with you, fam? I'm telling you, it was scary. I totally felt the vibe. Did you see that? That was like the outer limit, the tunnel right there. I said, damn. What is really going on, bro? You entered the outer limit with Savage Sav. No. Damn, that door crumbled. The doors are made of like what, fiber, some type of fiber. It's like the wood or something. Um, I wonder if I should take him downstairs to go use the restroom. I know. You got some short arm. So it's a crime scene downstairs too.
Yeah.
They have a yellow tape down there.
Yeah.
Oh, so they got yellow tape. Yeah. You probably the biggest homie in your complex. Ain't no one messing with you.
Right.
I always said you got short arms. I'm hitting you with double, bro. Look like a buff. Taller. Y'all are stupid sometimes, bro. I got the Tyrannosaurus Rex on it, bro. He said I got the baby taller beast mode swole. Come here, love. Come here.
I don't wanna be on
I'm not gonna have it on camera. Just come here. Come here.
camera.
Is he nervous?
No, Milo. I'm at this territory.
This fool said the baby taller on. You a fool, bro. I don't know, man. I just know there's blood and there's a crime scene, and they kick my neighbor's door in. So I don't know. You good, little can? So I don't know, man. They got we in the trenches chat. Y'all are retarded. That's how we know we in the PJs, fool. So yeah, you got the popcorn roofs, and you got somebody's door that just got kicked in and blood all over my staircase. They got a crime scene out in the staircase. You can't even leave my apartment without seeing the yellow tape all the way down the stairs. So maybe we are in the trenches. It's like, damn. We just trying to live good. We trying to live good, man. We trying to live peaceful. We trying to live peaceful. They ain't even allowing us to, fool. I honestly, to be truthful, I moved. I was living in these apartments for a long time 2 years ago, and I moved from these apartments. I went to the luxury of the mountains, homie. Green mountain trails. I had to come back over here. Hope you stay safe. I will, man. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always stay ready. Broncos gonna take a right guard with their first pick. Hey, I mean, check this out. We need a number one. We need another running back. Beef up the offensive line. Oh, this little dude thrown up. Nice, man bun. Damn, bro. The snow let me up today in Cheyenne. Damn, you guys got shot. You got snow out there? Are you okay, dude? Oh man. Ugh. That's nasty. Go Birds. Shout out to you, man, for being the Chiefs receiver, bro. Yeah, we need a number one wide receiver, some more firepower for Bo Nix. That would be good. That would be good for the squad. That would be excelente for the squad, my homie. Can you pick me up at the airport and share a ride? Nah, fool. I seen some footage of you saying when you were talking to cousin, you said have the cops, bro. What the hell? How you gonna say that, Joey? You said, hey, bro, make sure when he pulls up to have the cops. Like, bro, who says that? Joey Stack. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with this dude, man? Joey Stack is not cool, bro. That's not good. What you gonna do if the dog's gotta go out? I'm gonna try to go down these stairs, bro, and I'll talk to these popos though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to talk to these popos. They wanted my ID. They asked for my wife's ID when I went outside. I'm not trying to interact with them. Like, that's the only thing. And the only way you can go up and down the stairs is if you give them your ID, because it's a crime scene. So they're not just letting people walk downstairs. I'm trying to bring news from today, but my family OG here, man. Asked about Sudan outside the hoods running around. Yeah, you know how it goes, bro. Like there might have been like some of them little dudes that were out here in the box state, but there was never too much presence really, you know. Really in our hood neighborhoods now, Monballo and Aurora, you always seen them fools around, but not too much in the Denver metro. On news from today, but my family OG Hitman and I asked about SS in the hood weren't around. Dejan was wondering, she just woke up and heard you talking. Yeah, shout out to wifey, man. Shout out to the family and wifey. Wow, hello, officer. No bueno, bro. No, I'm staying in. I'm gonna stay in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying in the crib, bro. I ain't trying to. I ain't not trying to mess with the popos, bro. I'm definitely not trying to mess with the popos, bro. They're all in my hallway. Ooh-wee. But I'm gonna have to take this dog out. That's the only thing. It's not my dog, it's the neighbor's dog. I'm gonna have to take him out to use the restroom. You know? Shout out to y'all, man. Homie got that warrant for them up paid. I probably do too. That would be crazy. I got the on parking warrant. Fool Savage Sev goes to jail for an on parking ticket. Nah, it's not even that, to be real with you, because to be real with you, you have any conversation, they try to start asking you questions, and I don't have no answers for anybody about that. That's not my problem. You know, that's not my problem at all. So I really just don't want to talk to the popos. Like, nah, homie, I don't know what happened. You see when I opened that door, they were like, you know her husband? Where has he been? I'm like, bro, I haven't even seen no husband. I don't know what to tell you. I ain't seen nobody. Like, I don't really talk to the cops, no disrespect, but that's just not me, you know? He looked at me like, because most people, they gonna talk to the popos, you know? But it's just crazy, man. Now we're gonna see though, you know, we're gonna see. And I know for like some of them crime scenes, they're gonna be there for hours. They're gonna be there for hours just chilling. Oh, damn. What y'all got going on this Friday? What's good with y'all, man? How's everybody doing on a Friday? What's the real deal? What's cracking with y'all? Boss State Business in the building, you know? Boss State Business. And I'll say like this, man, like I did that video because I think this is the thing is, man, when somebody, you know, you have a conversation, you can talk it out like real homies, you know, from Box State, because it's a both of a passion. And I think that we get to a point where everybody got to argue about points. Now, you know, it don't always have to be like that, bro. You can actually have conversation as men and talk about, you know, the origins of Colorado, not where people get personally offended, but a lot of foods do get offended. There's so many foods that get offended on here. It's like nobody's talking about you personally, my brother. You know, we're talking about dialogue about the state. And that goes with anything, bro. People can't even have a conversation nowadays. There's no conversation with people without people getting upset about different things, you know. And everybody goes to war because everybody feels like they're right. Everybody feels like they're right. But one thing I've learned in life is like sometimes you got to soak up game. You got to soak up game from other people that's been doing it for a long time before you, you know? So it's like, I'm like, man, that's how you learn. I mean, that's how you learn. But everybody seems to know everybody be seeming to know everything. They'll tell you and they'll argue till they're blue in the face, which half of the times they might be wrong in the situation. I'm like, damn, come on, Marada. Why you want to argue this? Why do you want to argue this? You don't even have a valid point in what you arguing with. What up, Park Hill? Shout out to the Hills, man. Shout out to you, Deuce 9. Hope you good tonight. My high salute to the family. But yeah, that's always a wild thing. It's like, man, you arguing over stuff that's not even factual, bro. You know, like that's a crazy aspect right there. So I don't know, man. But that's wild though. And it's so far fetched about the city, bro. I mean, there's a lot of things over the years that the city, Box State business, has kind of, developed into its own actual situation, the politic aspect out here and everything. Like Colorado already had a lot of original history before a lot of these things came up. Colorado already had rich history, bro. I think people forget that. I think people actually forget Colorado before anything mainstream hit Colorado. There was already rich history out here, a lot of rich history. The neighborhoods was full in effect, Tommy. And people tend to think that gangbanging started in the 90s, which there was neighborhoods already in the 70s and 60s, bro, that were already out here, you know. So I'd be like, damn, we got a lot of rich history, homie. A lot of rich history that people tend to forget. I mean, you can never forget that though. You can never forget the history that rooted a lot of the stuff out here in Colorado, but people tend to. They tend to just talk about, the Bloods and Crips and like North Daniels and Sudanos in Colorado. About the 38th Street, hell yeah, specials. That's old school North. What was that, like North Side, or was that by the Vills? That was kind of by like, that was more northeast, right? 38 special. That's old school, homie. Yeah, that's old school, old school. You know that's what I'm saying with like the original hoods, bro. The Hitmans and you know the old school posses, homie. Trey Deuce posse and Dog City posse. Old school of Pam Boys, homie. All the old school Southside Steels and the homies and Curtis Park Boys, Brick City homies, BOYZs from Park Hill. All the old school original sets, bro. You got a lot of original sets before even, yeah, Redman, yeah, had all them. Before even the mainstream neighborhoods hit, there was already history in the town, bro. Um, and people tend to forget that. People tend to forget that. And to be real with you, I gotta be real. Those are the ones that kind of paved the way for a lot of the Denver Met, the warlords, Northside, old school Northside warlords. They paved the way for a lot of what it was. They paved the way for a lot of what the Denver Metro was, bro. And you could never take anything away from them. Because once you start kind of forgetting about who paved the way, you kind of forget your identity. You kind of all this. You kind of forget a lot of who paved the way, and the OGs of the OGs of the 80s and 70s, homie. It kind of just goes out the window, but real talk, yeah. The real ones understand it. The real ones that got family members from the old school, they gonna understand it. They gonna understand it. You know, they gonna understand it to a T. Like, yeah, bro, that brings back some memories. Howdy, partner. What's up with you, brother? You know, and I'll be real. There's some names, homie, that just were names, bro, that was like, hey, bro, those were the dudes of them sets. They held it down for a long time, you know? And those dudes right there had a lot of respect in the city. Like fools just was like, yeah, those are them fools. Like, but it was all about the aspect of fighting back in the day, even with that. I think the Spurs gonna win the ship. Ooh. Man, I still gotta count in the Nuggies, even though they had a hardship. They were doing a hard time, but they were actually I think they could battle, homie. I think the Nuggies can go on a run. The Spurs would. I mean, I wanna put it past the Spurs, you know, but we'll see. What's Ronnie Blue Eyes? Nah, that's the homie though. Ronnie Blue Eyes, my homie Ronnie, the Blue Eye champion. But I do got some green and blue eyes. You know what's crazy, homie? It's interesting because I like this is gonna be crazy for everybody to even understand, right? Um, when I had came up with that video about the G's, right? And I had gave them their credit. Um, it was coming from an actual aspect of like be like the first generation foods that I came across, and they were like solid men from the G. Them fools they held their head up with the high utmost respect, and they actually function like men, you know. Um, so, and then I got I got relatives that is from the G, right? They from GKI. And I always said this, and this was a thing. I said, homie, if I was from the West Side, and just because of the family aspect, I probably would have messed with the G's, bro. Because the G's were, they were always a neighborhood that actually was around. Like I seen them fools always growing up, and they always had a good name. Now I don't know about the second wave and the third wave, but those were honorable fools that I actually knew in the family and all that. I had, and I actually had a couple of days where I functioned with a lot of them fools back in the day. You know, I mean, there was a time when my homie Ricky Knotts and them fools, couple of younger G's, we actually were linked up with them fools tough, and they had beef with some immediate hoods. Like we took on some of the beefs that were over there in the West with some of them fools, you know. So I had a lot of respect, and even in the penitentiary, a lot of them fools were showing me respect because of the family, you know. I don't think I don't think I ever got into it with like G's fighting us at one dude, little Javier. Me and that fool squabbled on the 16th Street Mall. Little Niner, that's what they call that fool, Niner. But me and that fool squabbled, bro. Bink, 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 bink. We got it up on the 16th Street Mall. He was a rider though. You know what I'm saying? He was a hell of a rider. I know a lot of G's, but the younger ones are wild, like no guidance. I think that comes with all the organizations too, though. There's a lot of them youngsters, they don't have no guidance, man. We talk about that all the time too. No guidance with the youngsters at all. It's like these fools is running with their heads cut off, all the way. So it's like, damn. And then they emulate in a lot of the outside. They emulate in a lot of the outside states, drill music and different things. They emulate in all of it. So we see them fools take on the presence of Chicago. They over here trying to drill shit. They say drill it all around. It's been watered down. You ain't lying on that, my bro. You ain't lying on that. You know. And I think a lot of it from myself, bro. I think the aspect of the snitch culture, just snitch culture. I think it watered down a lot of stuff with the snitch culture, bro. Snitching just became prevalent and everywhere. And there was so many people when them indictments hit on the neighborhoods, bro. I seen a gang of fools that you thought was solid just towel, bro. I said, damn, fool. Fools are snitching left and right in these indictments. Their own homies. They snitching on their own homies. And I can't even lie. Some people I know, even from the set, you know what I'm saying? Even from our side, man, talent on people. And it made me just be like, damn, bro, game is watered down, you know? No structure anymore, no code. you know. CIP to Sight Mike, yeah, man. Shout out to the homie. Shout out to Big Cuz, you know. And that's crazy too, man. Like you think about that aspect too. Even with the fallen homie, you see the structure with that shit too go out the window with some of that shit, man. You know, it's like damn fool. Cause when I first started banging, bro, when I first started banging in 90s, 90s, you know what I'm saying? 96, 97, bro. It was still family orientated. Everything was about family. We were all with each other all the time. The homie said all the time, like you would be with each other all the time, every day in the hood. So we were with these dudes making memories, making, you know, life decisions with the homies. And you know, it was such for a different situation. It was for like a different reasoning. I don't, and to be real with you, I don't even know when that shit started watering down. But I know, like after I went to the prison system, I started seeing a lot of watered down shit. Expecting certain people to stay solid, bro. And I'm like, damn, fool, these fools, they broke weak. They broke weak. Are you serious, my bro? What's up, man? Sad situations, my brother. Sad situations. Like, damn. I started hearing about the homies, some of the homies that got killed. They got killed by other homies. Like, damn, homie, that wasn't even them fools from the other side that killed. It was some of the homie. They got hemmed up for some cases for killing one of the homies. I said, man, we in an era of backwards situation, homie. You know, it's wild, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy situation, man. And now it was bad then. Like 2026, it's 10 times worse now. It's 10 times worse now. I'm like, bro, 2026 is probably the worst era to ever be recorded in the history of gang activities. A lot of happened in the north too, wasn't even the outsiders. Sickening, my brother. Sickening. And I could remember solid foods from the north too, bro, that were just solid, bro. Like just riders, homie. You know. I remember my boy Nutcase, RIP to the homie Nutcase, homie, one of the most solid Northside Mafia fools I came across. Big Nutcase. He passed away too, rest in peace. Punching shit up, bro. That was one of the NSMs. I said, man, that right there is one of them examples of somebody that succeeded at their hood. He has that name and that stature. Because I seen that fool. He was tripping even with the NSMs when I was in CMRC. He got to tripping, beating at his own homies up for not holding down that flame right. And what's up, bitch? Fool was cracking with you, my brother. Ma, I salute. And I was like, damn, homie, that right there is a respected homie. And he gonna keep it solid all across the board, you know. He get it up with one of my homies from 30 Gang. He get it up, boom, boom, boom. No scared and bone in that fool whatsoever, homie. Um, you know, but that fool went in, chunked it with the biggest fool in CMRC. Bing, 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 bing. They were squabbling. Boom, 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 boom. And it was all over the room, bro. But why I say that is because after some of the young NSM fools and even the North Daniels, they didn't want to get in the mix of that. They seen the Crips file into the CMRC on 2B. They seen the homies come up there deep. I said, man, because I kind of dig the homie Nutcase. That was the Brody, bro. I knew some of his homies. But he said, I don't need nobody to have my back, homie. And went in there and he was banging with that fool. He was banging with that fool, big Mix, homie. The fool Mix from 30s. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, Mix was like triple his size, though. But Nutcase held his own, homie, and then after that, bro, that fool Nutcase started taking them little fools off the CMRC program. I said, damn, homie. Nutcase, Tweety, were the homies. Yeah, Blazers, my cousin, you know. The BOYZs, yeah, that's old school, homie. Park Hill fools, Brick City homies. That's all the homies, the older homies from Machete, 2700. But yeah, BOYZs, those are the old school. See, and if you don't know about that being from the hills, you need to know that. These fools don't even know that history right there, but they go back way back in the day. Just got home from the Nugget. Who won the Nuggies? Who won them Nuggies, my brother? Did we win? Boom. Let's go. What's up, Big Lazy? What's cracking with you, my brother? You know. But I gained a whole new respect for Nutcase because that fool actually Nuggets got blown out. Oh my gosh, bro. I just want to dip my head in the water, fool. Not much getting ready for the work. Oh, you got the night shift? Damn. I'm from 30s since 89. I'm old timer now. I was a little bit shy, Cal. Yeah, man. Shout out to the 30s. Hey, what's up with my dude J Dog, cuz? What's up with Big J Dog, homie? That was my Lokester. J Dog was my rider, homie. Shit, I remember one time when I was like brand new to DOC, there was some fool that was a big ass bully, homie. He was a big ass bully. And I was reading the Bible, fool. And that fool got mad at me for reading the Bible, and homie, he looked at me. So I looked back at him, and I'm a young fool. I got a brand new number. I'm like, what you looking at, fool? And that big ass fool was just tripping. J Dog's big ass was like, what's up, cuz? He talking to you, Cisneros, cuz? That fool got scared of J Dog. I said, yeah, he said he came out that shower like, cuz, what coaster your ass? I said, that's my rider right there, homie. Yeah, and I shout out to J Dog, homie. Big Johnny Young. That's my loco. TT Mac lives, King Reeves. Yeah, man, that's an unfortunate situation too, homie. I remember when that shit happened too. How much getting ready, boom. But yeah, nah, shout out to the homies, man. Shout out to all the family out there. Why we get blown out like that, bro? What's going on with the Nuggies, homie? What's going on with the Nuggies, man? They better get their act together. What's cracking with it? What's cracking with my Rotters, man? But yeah, man. Yeah, nah, those were some solid dudes, man. And talking about the homie, bro, I remember that fool being on the basketball court. I remember the homie being on the basketball court, fool. And the little fool got mad, homie. And that fool stowed off on his ass. Boom, 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 boom. I said, man, you way older, homie. You too old. He said, nah, cuz we do this for life. I said, damn, all right, OG. All right, big homie. But nah, those were some solid. My homie Brown, homie Black, OG Black. Those were some solid homies from the 30s. They held it down back in the day, Yeah, we just chilling, bro. They kicked in the neighbor's door on this Friday night. Something happened with my neighbors, bro. They have the whole hallway as a crime scene right now. OG Black stays. Hey, tell that fool Sev Loco. I said, what's up, man? I miss my loco, man. We was in the halfway house. But hold up, yeah. We was in the halfway house, homie, and the homie Brown. It was all of us in the way, homie, and there was this little youngster, bro, and it almost got set off in the halfway because the homie slept that dude. He slept the little youngster, bro, because that little youngster like tried to shoulder check the homie, and the homie ate his jaw. Boom. I said, damn. Herman from CP. Oh, yeah. Damn, brother. That's crazy, my bro. That's wild. All them fools, it was crazy because all them fools were like when I had hit the compound, Jess, all them fools was like, who is this? Who is this little Mexican fool always on some active shit? They sat my ass down like, fool, you gotta chill, you little badass kid. You need to chill. I said, man, these fools was talking to me like I was a little youngster. Like, bro, they were talking to me like I was a little bro. Like, bro, what I remember a couple times they were like, fool, you are too hot on this yard. Just chill your little ass down and relax. And when you in that when you're that age too, you're a little defiant, like, bro, why these fools talking to me like I'm a kid? But to a lot of them dudes though, a lot of them dudes, bro, I was a baby, a new number. I was a youngster, one of the younger ones on the yard. So they all just like big brother Joe ass, you know. I said, damn, that shit was crazy, man. The milk in the system is poison. Ugh. But it does taste good though. A big cold ass glass of milk, but that still tastes sometimes good, sometimes bad, you know. Uh, I remember that fools got hella mad at me too one time because we was over there in the unit and my little partner got into it with this big ass fool, bro. Texas Syndicate Hungry's ass. And I don't know what that fool was tripping on, but I know he was tripping on my little partner. And me being older than the younger homie, I hopped up. So I basically took on the little homie's fade with this big dude. And we went in the room and we started actually coastering this big dude. Bing, 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 bing. That fool had my hair because I had long hair. But the homies were pissed, bro. They was mad. They said, hey, dude, you are causing craziness on this yard. You didn't even tell the homie that you was gonna come do this. But I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, there was no telling no older homies at all about what was gonna go down. It was one of them things that you just really had to just react to it. But they got mad at that shit. You watch any prison, not no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Not no more, bro. I kind of try to stay away from the prison channels when there was only a handful of Baldies and DOC. Yeah, because you fouled a long time ago, you fouled like way like in the 90s, right? See, I was early 2000s, bro. My numbers from early 2000s. So yeah, they started migrating to the yards like a lot. What you think about Crib Mac? He kind of irritates me, but he's a funny dude. He kind of irritates me though, really to be truthful. He just got a lot of shine. I mean, you can't hate on him getting his money though. You can't hate on him getting his money. After the movie Colors came out, it was over. Crips and Blood hit like a tycoon. Yeah, not real shit, bro. Like people be thinking I be fabricating, bro. But I remember being in the East Side, homie, and I'm from the projects. I'm from 2700, homie, Arapahoe projects. And I remember coming out on the block, fool. And this is when the PJs was up. It would be no fabrication. Sometimes it'd be like 20, 30 lokes. It'd be keyways all throughout the projects, homie. And the ESGs live right there too, but it was a gang of Dog City fools, Brick City fools. There was even some CCRs over there, Chickies, and some of the East Side Treos would be over there too. But it'd be deep, homie. You come out and you go to the Downey station, 30th and Downey, homie. Them fools would be like 40 thick, tripping on everything. And then I lived on 30th and Gilpin too. You see fools on bikes patrolling the hood, hitting fools up. If you didn't look like you was from the hood, you were getting hit up. Like, hey, cuz, where you from? If you said the wrong thing, thing, bro. You coming out the pockets. They going in your pockets, knocking your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like being by the cage and all that shit. That shit was treacherous, bro. Does Denver have their own car in the feds? Yeah, Denver. They're outnumbered though. Them fools is outnumbered, bro. Colorado's outnumbered in the feds. But yeah, they do. They got to stick together, homie. You know, like it's Colorado basically in the feds before they tore them down. Man, that was my shit, fool. My, my family and shit, bro. But my grandma lived on 30th in Arapahoe, and then she lived on 30th in Lawrence, homie. PJs was, I had to be in the PJs all the time, bro. Godzilla movie. I like the old school Godzilla movies. Godzilla, that's Godzilla. And then I like Yuck Mouth. Yuck Mouth was that was my shit. Godzilla, but the Cali. Now see, like to be real with you, Marada. Even in the States out here, bro, we have like, so if you come to the city, bro, you're gonna have like my neighborhood, the East Side, and that's just Denver based. It ain't gonna ride with nothing but Denver East Side. Because we got our own blocks. You know, it's Lokes, homie. It's Keyways, but it's all the 30s from the street 30th and Gilpin, the 30 Avenue, homie. Trays and Trays and Trey Deuces and, you know, Trey Fours, homie, and all the 30s. It don't have nothing to do with really the Harlems or nothing. It's just 30 Avenue from 30th and Gilpin Street. And then you got PJs too, Project Crippin', you know what I'm saying? But they don't follow any like California ties, no neighborhood, no gangster. It's not none of that, you know what I'm saying? Like technically, if you really want to get down to it, a lot of the East Side Denver fools, they just represent the East Side of Denver. And they've been known to actually, when California came to the hood, they've been known to have a resistance against California coming to the East Side. Yeah, juvenile time, yep. Hell yeah, I did. I did, my brother. I remember trying to watch the Playboy channel off a hot table. That's wild. That's old school, homie. Old school. I'm sorry, but can you say what it two and twos and twos and trues and deuce and deuce and deuce and deuce? What's up with you, man? What's your favorite Godzilla? You don't know about Godzilla, bro. Yeah. The Gill, homie. Mom View. All of it. I didn't go to YOS though. I didn't I didn't go to YOS though. You know what I'm saying? I never went to YOS. My brother was in juvenile light though. One is not OG. Who Thug One? Or Johnny? Oh, you talking about Young? Oh yeah, and I know. How was you was crazy. I heard you was crazy. Dating, you was crazy dating. Oh man, don't date, man. But can you say boom? Dating you was crazy. I bet dating you was crazy. I didn't really, when I was younger, I didn't really even, shit, I was just one of them little youngsters. I wanted to be with the set day, man. OG man, say in my building too. Oh, okay. Damn, you still stay in them same apartments over there, Jess? You still saying that? You still stay in the old apartments that I went over there when I pulled up on you? That shit was activated, you know. Shit, yeah, no, that's wild though, man. Denver changed a lot though, bro. Denver changed a whole lot. Colorado just changed all the way across the board. What's wild about that shit is too is that anybody that's rooted from here, homie, it's kind of one of them things. Yeah, the neighborhood looks better, but we kind of, it really makes my stomach turn, man, when I think about that shit. It kind of makes my stomach turn. I'm like, damn, bro, the hood done changed. Booty Bandits were all in the lockout back in the 80s. Then in the system, they were OG. I mean, there's a lot of that was going on, fool. I'm not going to lie. Them Booty Bandits was all over the system. I said, dang. Even like the time I was doing time, you had some notorious fools that were on that Booty Bandit. Now that's lady in place. Okay. I stay in the 5 points. Oh, you back in the hood? Oh, that's what's up, my brother. That's what it do. Hell yeah. I tell you, it's my lady. Oh, okay. I saw we puppies. I saw you good. You good. Uh, yeah, that shit changed up. But I think all the neighborhoods done changed, fool. Even the West Side, homie, they had their own little spots in the West Side, Aurora, Montalvo, North Side. It all changed. It all changed. Like, damn, fool. I just want to inform you that damn, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy work on this Friday night, homie. You just came to inform us. I remember when the yuppies moved and they would be extra nice and friendly. Now they act like it's their neighborhood. What the hell? I was over there in Curtis Park like 2 years ago, and we were having a barbecue with the homies, and some fool was tagging up the freaking bench. I had to tell that little dude, bro, do you know where you're at? He was tagging up the bench. He's not even from here. He's from California, but he's not even a gangbanger. He was just doing some graffiti on the bench. I walked up like, hey, homie, you know where you're at? I'm not going to allow you to just tag up this bench. There's been people that died in this park. My relatives was over here for a long time, homie. You can't just do that in this neighborhood. He looked at me like, hey, you want me to leave? I said, you can be in the hood, bro, but tagging up the bench when you don't even know where you're at, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do that. That's a no bueno. But, remember when there was only like 10 white families? Hell yeah, man. And all them they might have been smoking. They might have been smoking some dope. This fool did some time in the pen theft for sure, dog. Boom, boom. TTCG be tripping. And shout out to the homies, man. All the real ones, definitely. I appreciate you guys tapping in, man. They kicked in the neighbor's door. That's why I even got on this live tonight, man. Do the Odies and GKs follow the Cholo style? Nah, we don't really, like, to be real, my bro. Like, so original Odies, though, they have Paisa family. Chickies have some Paisa family. I mean, there's some Paisas, bro, like, but I gotta be real. Like, majority of all the homies, a lot of times, bro, East Siders, they all just act like the East Side. We didn't really have like a lot of essays though, bro. Like, so I go off of that. Now I know people are gonna say, yeah, this, but it wouldn't be like it's not gonna be like Holmes. What up, Holmes? What's up, Vato Loco, fool? My name's Joker or Puppet. It's not gonna be like that. No, I don't think there's any real Hispanic, Mexicano, Chicano talks like that. My experience, because I know everybody's gonna have a different view of it, but that really has to be rooted from like the essays, the Sureño fools, man. Like the culture of California. I don't think nobody was like, "What's up, homie? You got the wire cutters, fool? What's up, homie? My name's Big Joker, fool. What up, fucker?" Like we really didn't talk like that at all, bro. A lot of even East Side Denver, even the most cholo fools from the South Side. I don't think they talk like that, homie. G's, the West Side, North. I don't think they even have that stilo, bro, at all. So, and I know people they'll probably I'll be having a million comments about that, but I used to trip on the black homies that would call me essay. Hey, let's be 100% real with this too, my homie. Like, be 100% real. East Side babies, East Side Denver babies, we had a stilo about ourselves. East Side Denver babies was different than a lot of the Denver Metro, to be real with you. We all talk like me, really, like East Side. Like, this is the East Side. Like, what's up, homie? What's up? What's up? For we project babies, what's cracking with it? What's up, Loco? What's up, Loke? We had that stilo like that, bro. A lot of other parts of Denver really didn't even like how we talked because we were so East Side up. you know. But to answer that question, bro, I don't really think the SA culture really hit the Denver metro like that, you know. A lot of the OGs were cracked out back in the day. They were too. Smoker friendly, bro. A lot of the homies smoked out. Smoked out. But we were talking about this, right? A lot of the homies, I knew some homies in the east side, though, to be real with you, bro. You give them a crack rock, and them fools they're gonna have something motivating to say. They gonna do some motivating activities. They gonna clean some house, do mechanic work. We ran DJ Quick up out of Denver. I remember that shit. Bing, 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 bing. What's up? Boom, boom, boom. Rushed the whole stage and beat up the security guard. He, to be real with you, OG, that fool, he actually showed Denver love after he apologized to Denver. He apologized to Denver. So shout out to DJ Quick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for apologizing. But like I was saying that the other day. You kind of have to have respect. You got to have respect for where you at, right? He didn't know, but he found out. He found out that Denver was not. Denver was on they were gonna do whatever they were gonna do. You know, the homie got hit in the face with a bottle. Damn. Now I haven't heard Trey Funk's new song, The Tight. The homie got hit with the bottle in his face, split him open. I heard about that shit too. I actually heard that them fools started stomping out the limo. They went to the back of the theater and just start stomping on his limo, bro. Like that's crazy. That's wild. He said we career enders asked the Bronco. Ooh, that's a crazy aspect, Crazy aspect. Wild, man. Poor little youngster though, because he was about to make a lot of money, man. A lot of money. Darrell Williams, man. I got that fool's jersey in my closet, Darrell Williams. He was about to make some cake too. I think that was the year that his contract was about to get extended. Unfortunate situation, I need to go. I want to go hear that though. Definitely want to go hear that. Denver has always been. Denver hasn't been Denver since John Elway and Terrell. That was my dogs, man. That was my locos right there, fool. Terrell Davis. Let's go, Mile High Salute, homie. Did you used to cruise fads? Fads. Fedro, that was my age, man. Fedro. But I'm not talking about the newer Fedro either, bro. I'm talking about the Fedro that you were backed up. So when I got shot, bro, I got shot on Alameda and Hazel, and Fedro was jam-packed that night. Jam-packed, homie. We couldn't even drive on Fedro that night. It was so jam-packed. But yeah, we used to pull on the side and mack up the honeys. What's up, girl? Pull up on the side of the car. Hey, pull over. Hop out, start macking up the honeys on Fedro. Like, what's up? That's when you had to have game. You couldn't just slide in somebody's DMs, bro. Me and my wife were cracking up about that because we were looking at this thing and fools was macking up females. But she's like, bro, that's how fools used to do it. Like, they would pull up and be like, what's up? Where you guys going? It was not about sliding in the DMs. Okay, I'll throw in Shannon Sharp and McCaffrey. Ed McCaffrey, Ross Smith, Neil Smith, Alfred Williams, John Mobley, Ray Crockett, Steve Atwater, Howard Griffin. Bro, yeah, that was the days, homie. They stopped cruising after the kid was shot on. Well, that year, homie, them fools, they killed the little blood fool DYS on Alameda and Federal. They popped that fool. In the car, like the car races, bro. The car races was crazy, homie. They just killed that fool. I told that fool though, I had to explain, you're gonna die one day, bro. The way you're going, and he tried to tell me he was gonna kill me, homie. He said, hey, blood, I'm gonna kill your ass too, blood. I said, homie, I'm not going back and forth with you on the internet. I don't want no smoke with you, killer. Because when you get killed or you kill somebody, they're gonna die our ass if somebody get hurt. So take that shit off the internet. And sure enough, that fool got killed, homie. I said, damn, bro. Scared hard on Sunday, then go eat Manito. Pioneers, fool. Remember, did you ever hit the MGMs up though? The police even had a lowrider for a couple years. Oh, they did, huh? They did. Damn. That fools was trying to cruise. I'm from Long Beach. Y'all gang culture is new to me, but quite interesting. Yeah, my homie. Um, Denver's a mixture of original Denver sets, and then there's California out here too, though. We got a lot of Cali shit out here too, the California sets, but my neighborhood is the east side, and we kept it all original turfs, like different blocks from our hood. But it's Bloods, Crips, essays, G's, oldies, all that, man. That's like original hoods. But yeah, bro, that's what's up. Appreciate you tapping in, my homie. Shout out to LBC. Some of your homies was out here too doing a big ass show. They did a big ass show out here. I didn't even realize I got shot, but somebody shot me with a 22. Damn, long rifle? The homie said the long rifle. Yeah, man, that's crazy, fool. I got shot twice. That's that night, bro. Hit with the 40, homie. They tried to take my ass out. The homie pulled that bullet out of my leg. Damn, yeah, because them things stick, homie. They're not shredding through the whole bone, you know? That shit is right there, bro. That shit is gonna go bounce off in your stomach. Boom, boom, boom. Hell yeah. One of my dudes though. See, and that's another thing is too from LBC. Check this out. You know how like the Insanes and the 20s and the Little Rascals and ABC Asian Boys and all them fools beef with the Longos. To be real with you, bro, we didn't really have funk with like. To be real with you, like the Lokes didn't really have funk with a lot of the Sureño hoods out, like in Montbello and Aurora. Like we didn't really funk with Sureños in the east side at all. That's newer to us, you know. We funk with the fools from the other side of the boulevard. We call it the boulevard out here, homie. So soon as you cross that boulevard, you know the Enemigos is over there, and we know who we funk with, you know. So that's why when I was telling the other homie, he said, yeah, the whole city of Denver, all the gangs put the green light out on y'all. And East Side Crips from East Denver. That's not how it was, homie, because we didn't even have no beef with nobody from the west, north, or south. It was just fools from the other side of the boulevard. Have I ever ran into any TKO? I seen that bombed up, my brother. Now, check this out, though. I was in the Westwoods, right? The Westwood area. And I was walking down the street. So I'm going to the PJs, homie. I heard these little Mexican fools come out, pretty boys, homie. What up, Dub K? Wicked as kings. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at because they were all pretty boys. I said, where you fools from? We from Dub K, Wicked as Kings. I said, what is that? This is crib. What's cracking? Oh, bro, we taggers. I said, damn. So I met the Dub K fools, and then I met the EMS fools. I met RTK. I met VAKs, KODs, King of Destruction, C-Dubs, PA. I met a gang of them little taggers, homie, RGK. I never ran into TKO, though, but I seen them fools bomb up over here. Yeah, I'm from Sons of Samoa. Okay. Yeah, sounds like y'all didn't have no race wars. Not too much. You know, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, my neighborhood, Bruce Randolph have oldies. They have the oldies. They have Deuce Five Raiders. They have the ESGs, Horseman Clique. Those are like Mexicans in the east side, and then the Lokes, homie, you know what I'm saying? So if you say that, but it's personal gang beefs, bro. It's not really like we just hate each other because these fools are Mexicano or these fools are black. Because we have family. We got family. Like, there's a lot of families that oldies have family with the Crips, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if it's some beef with the hoods, you just got to go across. Back in the day, Bruce Randolph would be the block. Let's go to Odiville, homie. Let's pull up to Odiville. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. And that's only 2 minutes away. So like, couple blocks will separate that shit. I met them too. They'll kill you beef with them. Oh, damn. Okay. See, I'm learning some new things too. Do those Daggers be about that life. They killed the EMS fool, bro. EMS fool got killed. I said, damn, fool, they killed the EMS. So, I mean, some of them fools is putting in some work. Yeah. They was putting in work for the tagging crews. I ran into some oldies in Swansea too. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, they were, because Odiville, the oldies be they be all 37th all the way up, but then if you go to like Swansea, you might run into some oldies. I remember when a bunch of the 25th became ESGs. Yeah, they did too, because they have ties to them dudes, bro. Like I remember being on 2700. I remember being on 2700, bro, and the ESGs and the Deuce Five Raiders. They used to click up. Peon and all them fools would be down with Stevon, and they were like, because they live right next door to us. Their house was right next door on 26 in Arapahoe, and the ESGs be over there. And then you see some of them 25th Street Raiders back in the day be over there too. Or West Side, you was a mob. Yup, TCG, Tampa Gangsta Crib. Damn, that's old school, homie. Old school. Old school, old school. Is there a pimp culture out here like the track? Yeah, but they crack down over here, homie. They're giving football numbers. But we got the blade out here. It's called Kofax. You're gonna have all kinds of fools on the blade. But they crack down because I mean there's a lot of human trafficking and all that shit, bro. But yeah, they are not playing out here, bro. That's one thing. Do not come out here and play. You are gonna get football numbers out here. I know this fool that got hit with pimping and pampering out here, bro, and that fool got stretched like 100 years. Crazy, man. Yeah, we about to be pimping. Yeah, I mean, one thing about Colorado, homie, they try to knock out a lot of the things, They try to knock out a lot of shit. Oh, I heard that they're about to be legal. Damn, they're about to have brothel houses out here, fool. They legalizing that shit. Damn, see? And I wonder how that's going to work to the fools that gave a gang of time. Because they were given a lot of time for that shit. So I wonder if they're going to reset the cases. But nah, I don't know. What's good spot to eat in the East? To be real, homie, my spot back in the day was the Creamery and the Bamboo Hut in Old Mexico back in the East Side. But they changed that up so much. They changed it up so much. They don't even have the same cooks at Lucero's. Oh man, yeah, I don't know, bro. It all changed. It's all different, bro. Like I be pissed. Like, bro, what the hell? Why they doing our shit like that, man? What's up, man? You need to go potty? Crazy thing is they are lying, and they created a new set called Mad Pack. So, bro, like, damn, what the hell? What is really going on? The Mad Pack. I call the Creamery the Eastside Chubbies. They were supposed to franchise that shit, bro. They was supposed to franchise that shit. They trying to room pass in the Capitol. Damn, brother. What is a Monballo 5555? I really don't know too much about Monballo politics. I know I heard of 55, but I don't think they're 55 crib. I don't think that's them. I think that's like Monballo Truist, MTP 54. That Monballo had all kinds of little sets, bro. Black Mafia. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know, bro. Like I went out there and if you really want to know, Sureños, when I was out there was kind of deep. We got into it with some Longos. Like that's crazy. The homies on here. The Longos is out over there in Monballo, and some Longos. We got into it with the Longos. Some of the Al gang from Long Beach. I mean, me and my little partners wrecked some OG from Longos. His homies came down from California, kind of tripping. Oh yeah, I do a podcast with your nephew, my brother. Yeah, Who Ride. I was just with that fool the other night. Um, it was crazy too, bro, because we end up going to a party in Monballo by Falcon Park, right? We're walking. We don't even know it's me, the homie. It's a couple of the chicky 30s, a couple of my bros from the Sete. It's me and a couple of females, but we end up going to this party and there's some red rag fools in there. We get in the party, homie, and the homies are tripping. They tripping off top. They seen the red rags. They said, this is our shit. So they get to beating up the red rag fool, the blood fool. They dip off. We get on foot. Long story short, bro, we get back to the house, and the OG from Longos, he don't know us, but he's drunk, and he comes over to our house tripping. And my little ass was like, hey, homie, check this out. You got 27 seconds to get off this property. And he was mocking me. He's from Cali. He's like, this is Al gang. So I counted all the way down to 5, homie, and he thought I was playing with that dude. He said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I fired on him. Boom, 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 boom. He's a big dude, bro. And I started trying to fight this big dude, but he keeps like with me, and I kind of stumble and I grab him and I start biting him, bro. And my cousin started coming out and just hitting this fool with this like stick. He's screaming. But anyways, long story short, we go to jail. Me and him both go to jail for fighting in public. He gets out, I get out, and this fool killed himself. He killed himself, bro. He killed himself in a garage, committed suicide. While the Longos from Cali, they thought that we killed him. They thought we actually killed that fool. So they came out here. That's my auntie's house, bro. And my cousins came over there, the OG cousins, bro, and they're like, yeah, fool, we're about to get into it with these fools. Well, they found out he killed himself, so the Longos kind of just like settled down. But then another situation too, them Sureño fools that were in Monballo, they were chasing my cousins one day. My cousin's blowing me up, and this is when you have a phone, like you had to answer the other line, and I kept getting blown up. I'm on the phone. I tap into the other line. He's like, come outside, my little cousin. I hung up the phone immediately when I came out. This car pulled up behind my cousin. My cousin was driving, and these fools were tailing him, bro. This dude, he didn't know that I was coming, bro, and he walked up, and I slapped his ass. Boom! Knocked him out. I don't know what that is, but you're going night-night. You can't even be spamming my shit like that, bro. What's wrong with you? That's going bye-bye. All that's going bye-bye, bro. I don't even know what the hell you're doing. You came in with the ramen noodles and all kinds of shit, bro. Every hood got a gang. But yeah, bro, like, so if you talk about like the SA fools, that's kind of where they were. The only Simone I lost the fight was Big or anything from the West Side, USO mob. But that's the only time we really seen them, my bro. Like, that's the only time we really seen their ass. You know, that was the only time we really seen them. When we go to Monballo, they were kind of deep over there. You know, they was like big boy. They was like deep over there. Monballo. I said Monballo be getting active, homie. Monballo's kind of active. And I really start thinking about that shit after homie took his own life. He took his own life. I said, I wonder if that night he was going through problems. What's good, fam? Did you ever get my message about Diamond Jim? Didn't get a response back. Hey, my bad, bro. My shit been messing up like a lot, so I ain't been getting no messages or nothing. And to be real with you, I'm in the process of actually moving to Utah. When I get my money, homie, and I get a chance to go that way, I will. But right now, it's just been a little hard, you know. It's been a hella hard, my bro. Big Ernie was about 6'4". Damn, bro. 1-8 fan, wasn't them fool some Don moves from Monballo? They was Don moves from Monballo. Fam, I got you. High salute, my brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, homie. I feel special when the homies tap in, man. Especially like, cause I've been following them fools for a minute. The Diamond Gym, homie. I've been following them fools for a minute. You know. Big Jim, yeah. Be like that sometimes. ASAP, yeah. And I heard, homie, I'm going to St. George. I heard Salt Lake be cracking too. I heard Salt Lake be super, super litty. Samoans is out there deep. Super deep out here. You know. Shout out to the brothers though, man. You know, shout out to the brothers. There used to be out here in Colorado, my brother. There used to be some Tongans out here. There used to be some Tongan Crips. There used to be some Tongans out here, homie, and ABC Asian boys. Yeah. I've been to Salt Lake and Green River. Hell yeah, St. George is where I'm gonna be go. I'm gonna be going to St. George for a minute, stack some money. I have to get over there. I definitely have to get over there, you know what I'm saying? Because you can stack money. You can stack money over there, bro. And it's kind of easier to actually function over there, you know. I remember when Food King had a butcher named Herman. For real, bro. I remember that shit too. I mean, remember 46th Street Crips? Nah, who were them? Where were they at? I remember Lynch Mob though. They had some fools from Thornton called the Lynch Mob. Fool, what you know about the Lynch Mob? They were like a little set. The Lynch Mob, fool. Was about to Asian gangs. I remember them in the 90s, but I was little. How deep are the Crips in Denver? To be real, bro, I mean, it depends, homie. Like you gotta, you know, when you kind of break it down, the Denver Lokes, really, you're gonna have like East Side Denver cripping. That's territory, you know that. But then you don't really have a lot of Lokes in the West Side. You got OGCs. You had a little set called the 29 Fools, Sun Valley Fools. Um, what was that other set from the West Side? There was a set from the West Side, but they were not even that big either. And then the North Side, you have the OGCs. But once you go east, once you go east, you're gonna have like a lot of Cali sets in Aurora and Montbello. But Denver, you know, it's gonna be the east side. But overall, homie, like I mean, you're gonna have different sets in Montbello and Aurora, all that shit, you know. But there are more 60s out there and A-Track gangsters. Met some 40s out there, Coast Crip fools out there, Phi Deuce Broadways, Compton Crips, Santana Block Comptons, you know, so there's different Playboy Gangsters was out there too, PBGC's Playboys. Um well, he was a Damu. How deep are the North Daniels? Well, see, so I'm in Green Mountain now, bro, and I'm kind of just chilling. I'm not really in the streets. I hear North Daniels have a presence in Denver Metro now. When I was growing up, you didn't really have a lot of North Daniels. It's more Northside Denver out here, like Northside Denver, Northside Mafias, the Hitman, the Northside, the Northside Warlords, Criminal Gang, Northside. But you had North Daniels and Greeley deep, homie. You had North Daniels in the Springs, I think. That was their two main places. But in Denver Metro, we didn't really see North Daniels and too many Sudaniels really in Denver Metro, you know what I'm saying? But they, like I said, they probably established a chapter now because I seen some of the NSMs and the North Daniels, they actually linked in a music video. And I think maybe too, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the VGVs, they were North Daniels. I don't know, bro. Maybe they were old school North Daniels, you know, but Downey, Super Meat, Party Market. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the 40th Street used to be deep in Montbello. Okay, yeah. All the sets and numbers together. I say like they could be, you know what I'm saying? And then another thing is too, yeah, I mean, I could see that all of them together, but a lot of them they don't really when it comes to programming, they're not programming with each other though. It's just different fractions, you know. One of my best friends is from Lynch Mob, no kidding. Ha, that's old school. Glad I'm free and not active. Yeah, man. Yeah, we chilling, bro. We graduated. We graduated. Buyers Hood and Inca Boys like 50 deep, click up. He said 50 deep, click up. That's old school. I mean, hey, one thing about the Inca Boys, them fools was some troublemakers. They beefed back in the day. They were hella active in the 90s, super active. I went to North in Denver in '05. It was hella Northsiders. Oh, yeah, they were deep, brother. They were super deep. I was in the Northside Projects one time, bro, and they were deep. They came outside like super deep. I said, damn, bro, because I went over there to sell some shit. The homie hit me up like, hey, can you come watch me in the projects? Bring that thing. I went over there and I was just chilling, bro. My homie had pulled up to the block. I came outside in the Quake Newtons. Them fools was like 50 thick on the in the Quake Newtons, bro. They was deep. All Nebraska Cornhusker. What up, Nuz? Where you know somebody over here, Nuz? I said, hey, hold up real quick. I'll be back. Ben the block homie came back with the homie. He from the north side. They were like, oh, this is the homie. Okay, yeah. And I said, my family's the Ray and them fools, homie from NSMs. You know? Active and attractive, homie. Active and attractive. Let's go, Rodas. Let's go. Shout out to you guys, man. Yeah, VGV is Northside. They beef with the UTAs. Man, my homie Mikey Saletto, they were UTAs too. Big Shroom, UTAs. The Inca Boys, David told me to tell you what's up. Tell that boy David what's up, my bro. That's my dog right there. If you eat scrambled eggs, are you eating fried chicken? I think so, bro. Chicago in the house with Chi-Town, man. Shout out to my boys from Windy City. Yeah, they did Quake Newlands. They was like that on King David. For real though. On King David. All the CMs programmed together, Bomber, Park Hill, Westridge. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. That's actually it's kind of interesting to see that because when I was in the Pente, homie, it was Chicano Bloods and then the Black Bloods, they were like separate. I remember Chicano Bloods had their own car, bro, and they act like they didn't really want to mess with the Hillside. And the ones that were actually keeping it afloat was the Westside Crenshaw Mafia. They had probably all the numbers, bro. I got down with Brisk and them fools from 16 Block, the Mafia style, homie, the Bottle Brothers, they know me. You know what I'm saying? I know a gang of them fools, man. I got down with a handful of them dudes. But they had their own car, homie. They had their own car. And them fools rode tough. Now, like you said, they're all under one flag. Do y'all have a set that's famous? Everybody claiming to be fame. Well, when I was growing up, I'm going to be real, homie. Trey Gangsters, that was the set, homie. Like, if you was from Trey Gangster, they was like 1,000 thick too, bro. They were deep. That's the fool. That's the one that they said that killed the Bronco, homie. Trey Gangster Crip. Them boys, man, they used to say this shit. If you ain't Trey, we don't give a. They try to say you have to be Trey. So everybody from the east side was messing with Trey. But then you have, your different set days, homie. You got a lot of Crenshaw Mafia out here, like from both sides. You have Park Hill CMGs and you have Westside Crenshaw Mafia. And they got like 4 different cliques. So yeah, CMGs for the Bloods, Damus, they're the deepest. And then, yeah, Trey, man, that was like one of them neighborhoods. Everybody was like, cuz I'm from Trey Gangsters. You remember Aston getting shit? Yeah, Porsche, man. Yes, wild, homie. Wild. Oh, yeah, bro. That shit was crazy. Damn, fool. That's wild, homie. Inglewoods. Yeah, the Inglewood families. They was out here too. Scrams. I think Scrams was out here from Inglewoods. I remember when Asa was good. You remember Animation Creation, fool? I'm from Littleton, Denver, Southside. Damn, Littleton got the hood? What? Do y'all have hoods that famous for everyone claims fame on job? Yo. Bring that thing. Man, is a war zone here. Where we at? We don't fuck with the 16s, Mafia or none. I feel it, bro. Yeah, I got the heads up with a couple of them 16s. I used to mess with Alexis way back in the day, bro. I used to be all up in their neighborhood, and they didn't like that. The luck was out there. They were like, bro. Well, then I got some homies that like so me and that fool Brisk. I think his name's Bix or Brisk. He's a big homie for that shit. Me and that fool chunked it out in the Westwoods. We was on Tennyson and Kentucky fighting in the middle of the street. Boom, boom, boom. He's a big dude too. Homie solid. He came to the hood. He came to the house tripping. Me and that fool started chunking in the middle of the street because I'm at that time too. I'm gang banged out, homie. I'm tripping with everything, and I got to give him his flowers, bro. He tripped. That was one of them dudes that was like, yeah, because a lot of times fools was running, homie. A lot of fools was running. He came to the hood. He came to the house tripping. Even my wife, Lady Said, was there too. My wife got active too on his girl. But yeah, bro, that was one of the hardest times a food banged on us. I said, this is what it's all about. But I seen homie about a month later, homie, and I thought it was gonna be more activities. I thought me and that fool was gonna chunk it up again. He shook my hand, homie. He was like, "You a rider, bro." He's a big dude too. He's like most fools is they ain't trying to do that. I said, "Yeah, man, your little homies was tripping." Trey was hella deep. Yeah, they used to be super deep, bro. BD is like the blood. Yeah, BDs. Yeah, there's not. I hadn't ran into a lot of BDs, bro. GDs though from Colorado Springs. Remember when all the I was saying Eliza and Boonies farm? Remember that, man? We used to take that shit to the face, bro. Ugh. I'm from the O. Shout out to the Odies, man. My cousin is little Joe and them fools, DMC. I know all them dudes. I used to be in Odie too, my homie, over there on 37th and High, right across. And I used to be right across the street from the bootleg, my brother. Um, but my color is Caucasian. Hey, shout out to my homies, man. I remember the story. That's what up on David. We used to be good with the Eastside Odie 13s. Well, yeah, little Chaos, homie. Chaos, his brothers is from Odies, from Dog City Crib. Chaos is an OG from their shit, but his cousins and family are Odies, right? They used to be Odies. And I remember the day. I remember the day that shit happened. I remember the day the shit happened, bro. When the little Odie fool got killed. He got killed. His name was Felipe or something like that. They shot him. They shot that fool. You talk about stressful times in the East Side, bro. Because like the Odies are only a couple blocks away, right? You couldn't even walk through the East Side, bro. If you looked like any type of gangbanger fool, you were getting shot. There was no fades, homie. After the little Odie fool got shot, it was back and forth. That shit lasted for a whole summer, homie. And you had to be so paranoid about who ran up the block, who was coming up the block. Like, damn, fool, the Odies just hit the block. Like, oh, hold up, they coming up the block, fool. And I'm gonna say like this. There was a couple of times, homie, because you know what, where the cage is, bro. Them fools had to come, and there's that roundabout. You can't even get out. It's a dead end. If they hit that dead end, homie, it was bad because the Lokes was out like super deep in that area. They used to be out super deep. I said, man, these fools, they didn't even know they didn't even know they were coming to a dead end. Yeah, they do. They do. The Odies have a couple black members. Shadow and a couple of them fools is black. Ever heard of Mallow 6'7"? Yeah, the Mallows. Yeah. I haven't ran into anybody out here from Mallow though. I just remember hearing about them from California. Hella stressful. Yeah. Hey, bro. So when that shit happened, right? When that shit happened, to be real with you, bro, I got caught slipping, but I don't even have nothing to do with it, right? I got caught slipping at this party one time, and I'm not from anything that the Odies are funking with because I got family that are Odies, but they came in that apartment and I didn't have no strap on me. Them fools, they literally upped the pistol on me. I'm like, bro, because I hopped up and homie's like, what up, Odie? Where you from? I said, I ain't from Chickies, homie. He's like, where you from? I said, it's Brick City Crippin', homie. He said, you got 20 seconds to get out of here. Well, I'm not going to lie, homie. I'm not going to play big bad. I just went for the door, homie. I started running down the alley. Them fools, I hit the alleyway, bro, and it was nighttime. And I ran down the alley and there was a trash can, bro, and I hopped this fence, but I heard them fools come down. I heard them fools come down the freaking alley, bro. They were like chasing. So yeah, bro. That night, homie, I'm like, damn, fool. I'll think about that shit, bro. Cause another little keyway got killed. He got killed like a little bit after that. Everclick is different. Yeah, not for sure. I'm Fort Trey. I got my rank. Hell yeah, man. 43. Okay. Yeah, I feel it. The Lil Johns. That's like that's a little bit before my time too. But I know of them, you know what I'm saying? I would have been like, oh man. Man, Cali Crip, Cali 8 Trays and Rolling 60s. Do all these get along with Park Hill? I mean, to an extent, bro, because like a lot of them fools beef with the Crips. So, I mean, they're gonna probably have more relations with the Bloods than the Crips, you know. Firewash. We don't do that in the raw. Remember me, homie. Shout out to y'all, man. What's good with you, fam? How you doing? And Cali Crips and A Trays and Rolling 60. Yeah, CCR was deep out here too. The little homies fucked that up. Yeah, no, I heard about that shit too, bro. I heard it. But see that's the crazy part too, is because growing up, I really was in Odietville. I used to go to my auntie's house and I'll be true ragged up, homie, blue dickies, blue chucks, be over there blue ragged up with the pistol. And I really never even had issues with any Odies. That came after the fact when that shit popped off with them fools. So really my little cousin is he a Odie. He's from the O, you know what I'm saying? They're from Odies. So I have relatives, I have relatives. But we used to run a man when we called the fishbowl, the tuna can. Chicago and LA is wild. Hell yeah, man. I think I live by I lived out by South Bend, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my brother. I was out that way. I remember when we was cool with the oldies in the 80s. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Now for sure, because I mean, you would think it's like bigger Mexican families too, and a lot of them fools is families, A lot of them fools is families. I went to school with Little John, the tuna can. We don't care. Uh, yeah, I liked it out there though. I like Gary, Indiana, man. Gary, Indiana was cool. It was a cool little atmosphere. Shout out to them fools. They was putting the work in out there. I actually, I like that area a lot. That area was hella cold to me. It was cool. Send you to heaven fast. No, for real, man. It's a pandemic out here too, man. Fools is losing their lives left and right, homie. Everywhere you go, fools is dying. It's kind of a sad situation. Youngsters is dying left and right, man. They lying. They just dying left and right. And what's crazy about the Westside Lever? What's good with you, brother? My high salute. I'm gonna make you a dope ass Denver Bronco pick, bro. I'm gonna get it to you. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. That would be tight, homie. I'll put that for the profile too. Hell yeah. You know what's crazy, my homie from the Shaw, bro? We have a lot of drill influence out here now, homie. So everybody's trying to live that aspect of drill. You know, they out here just running rampant. Some little fool just got knocked off, I think yesterday. They killed the little youngster. I don't know where it was, but they shot that fool up. He lost his life yesterday, I think. Um, it's like they really drilling too. I mean, they are, bro. Fools is dying. Like I got out of the penitentiary. I got out of the penitentiary, and I'm like, damn, fool. And my big ass homie, like me, I'm chunker. I'm gonna try to chunk it up with you, homie. Let's get the fades, homie. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna knock your ass out. These little fools ain't playing that shit, bro. You know, they ain't playing, homie. Them fools all got 30 round clips and 60 and bananas, and fools is just that's what they do. They got what do they say? The blicky? I got the blicky, son. Shout out to y'all. What's up with my bro? Hey, yeah, nah, yeah, that's just wild, fool. Shout out to you, my bro. Mile high salute to John. What's good with you, my brother? Sent the 100. You know what it is, my brother. Mile high salute to the fam. That was one. That was a big thing in South Bend, Indiana. Like when I was out there, they were kind of different on different time out there, bro. They had the Gangster Disciples, and it was wild too, bro. Because South Bend, Indiana, they have a lot of like Chicago people in South Bend, Indiana. That's like a big native population in Shawtown, fools. When I was out there, fool, I'm going out there because I almost caught another case out here in Colorado. So I left to Kansas City, Missouri, and then I went to Indiana. We get out there. My OG cousins, my OG uncle from GKIs is out there. He's a Gallion Knight. He goes over there, sharks these fool at the pool hall. He out there and he gets to tripping on one of these fools in the pool hall. Like, what up, G? He like, what up, G? I don't give a fuck. This is Denver, homie. Well, these fools thought he was a GD. They thought he was a GD. My uncle's a convict, bro. That fool's been doing time forever, and he's one of them dudes that just go. He's an old school GKI. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, bro, that shit was funny. I said, bro, they don't even know what a GKI is in South Bend, Indiana, bro. They don't even know what that shit is, bro. Chill out. I don't give a fuck, West Side G. I said, damn, bro. I'm from Texas, ran with 18th Street back in the day. Hell yeah, man. I met some cool 18th Streeters out here. I had told a story. One of them saw it. One of their OGs from 18th Street. They like because my sister was with some California homie from 18th Street. He was a youngster, bro, and he came out here, and I'm out the penitentiary. I just got out the pen, and he was living in my sister's house, and this fool had an aura. He kept trying to tell me about the hood and all this, bro. I said, bro, like, check it out. I'm way older than you, my homie, and I just got out the prison system. I do not care, and I had to put hands on that little fool, man. I had to put hands on that little fool, bro, because he was just too big for the bridges, and he was a little Cali fool too, man. But yeah, bro, that little dude, he was a rider though. But his big homies were mad at him. Blockers GD was an E boy. From 18th Street. Nah, this fool his name was Mondo, homie. They called him Frog or something, or Frogger or something like that. I know and grew up with some Vato Locos. Hell yeah. Vato Locos. What's up? What's up? What's up? Mile High Salute. Mile High Salute. I know and grew up. One-on-one feds gets you respect. Hell yeah, bro. No, that's kind of what we grew up off on too. Head ups. But these little dudes ain't playing that shit, man. The little eggers are tripping. I mean, they out here killing shit. I said, damn, bro, there's eggers all across the board. Colorado got the eggers. I'm from Denver, man. East Denver, to be exact. But I've been all over, you know what I'm saying? I've been to different cities and shit, but I'm from East Side Denver, really. That's where I was born and raised. Oh, shit. Where y'all tapping in from? The new generation is wild. Oh, man. Remember getting the body, for real though. What up, homie? Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. OG Poodle, my road dog, man. Damn, that's old school too, Rada. That's crazy. You laugh at the eggers. Homie, eggers is not playing, bro. If I see some fool in an Egger haircut and he got some little bangs, I'm not tripping with that fool. I do not want to smoke with the little Eggy. Egger's my older brother's name, Egger. Hey, that's crazy. Why did they name them fools Eggers, bro? That's a crazy name right there. They do small from they too small from their dads getting high back in the day. They was hitting the pookie, fool. They were hitting the pooker. Back in the day. And they ain't built like that. Oh man, that's funny, bro. I'm 45, still wearing my blue. You know what they say. Blue is the clue. Blue, the folk world. That's right, my Rada. I appreciate you tapping in from the T-Town, bro. Texas. Most of the traditional Sureño barrios are full of eggers now. Out here too. Yeah, bro. But so you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that too? Now I'm not on the Instagram. Like, I just got a YouTube channel. I'm building my YouTube channel. And I just talk about Colorado more than anything, like Colorado based. Like, I thank you for actually tapping in. Sub up if you dig in the little content aspect. But yeah, we just got the YouTube channel. I had TikTok, but there was weirdos, people sliding in my DMs and just going crazy in my DMs and just stalkers. And it was just weird. I was like, damn, fool, what's wrong with these people? Stay up, homie. Hey, shout out to you, my Rada Mall High Salute, fam. Hope you have good. It's good seeing you over here too, my brother. Cuz my road dog too, but you know, he came to LA to visit his auntie who was my neighbor and gotta get packed out. Damn, my brother, wait, what? What's going on? The blues is trues. We got stories for days, man. That's the good old days, man. The old school days, bro. Yeah, I tapped in with Mile High Minute just a tad bit ago too, bro. Like he comes on my channel sometimes. Me and that fool, we had a kind of a not an argument. I mean, it was kind of a debate, not a debate. I couldn't even say it was a debate. It was just I told him a couple different things that I had, you know, because he does Denver stuff, but about the music scene, I'm like, you know, you got to represent a little harder. He understood though, you know, he understood. I say you channel goes way harder than my high minute. I appreciate you, my brother. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate the riders, bro. I appreciate that shit. We try to definitely just tap into all the neighborhoods and just show respect to the whole city, man. Um, because there's love and support from the city, you know. And then when you get older and shit, bro, you just kind of realize there's riders from everywhere, you know. So I show love to everybody. I do show love, try to show love to the whole city. Bro just got out of jail on his third DUI. Damn. I gave him a fade to try to make him stay sober. Hell yeah, brother, you doing God's work right there, my bro. You doing hella God's work, my brother. That's tight. That's actually dope. Subscribe, my brother. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna be going out to Texas too, bro. I want to go out to Texas and go meet. I got a gang of Texas like love, bro. Like a lot of folks from Texas show my channel love. So that would be a place where I would go like do a meet and greet with my homies, bro. My homie DFW. He's out there, bro. A couple of my partners that be out there all the time. They show my channel love. They're actually in what is it? San Antonio. San Antonio and Fort Worth. And I think the homies in Houston too, all three of them, man. Yeah, they be showing my channel love though. They always tell me to go out there. They're like, "Come pull up, fool. Pull up out there." Do you follow 18 channel? Yeah, that's the homie. Everybody knows my history. I actually got into it with some of his homies in the penitentiary, but I got love for them, you know, got love for their homies and what they do for the east side. Um, got some stories with them dudes in the pen. But yeah, no, I follow his shit. Hell yeah. Yo, Savage, blessed day, brother. What's good with you, my fam? All high salute to you, brother. I'm from Fort Worth. Nice. Make sure you go down east, Lancaster and Fort Worth. Nice. I'm gonna go visit that shit, bro. I'm gonna go visit that shit. You know what? When I think about that, when I think about the Rip 18, he was like I don't know. I think he lost his channel though. He might have a new channel, but I hadn't seen no content from him in a minute. To be real with you, I hadn't seen no content from him in a minute. But I heard that he actually was uploading some more content. Shout out to that dude. He putting it down for the city, you know. My salute to him. But there's only, like, to be real with you, my brother, when I think about that shit too, there's only a handful of Colorado content creators, you know, that do content for Colorado. So like we kind of all connected, we kind of all support each other. And we're just growing the content out here in Colorado, you know. So it's cool. Oh yeah, still. Oh, okay, he does, huh? No, he still got his channel. I just seen him drop a video. Nice. Yeah, no, for sure. That's dope, homie. That's dope. You know, that's dope. And I think that's how it has to be though, because like one big reason I told everybody out there, one big reason I started content for Colorado is because when Jake 90, the white boy from Florida, he put out some wrong information about the FBP fools and started saying wrong things about that case. And then Swamp Stories did that story on Denver. Homie, they're not from here. They're not Denver bounded. They don't know nothing about Denver. So a lot of people believe that shit. And I said, man, they're talking about our city like they're in here. Like they're from the city of Denver. Like that cannot be something that takes place. So I started doing videos. And when I was doing videos in 2005, 2006 on another channel. I was like at first the only content creator that was really, you know, only doing videos that were like Denver streets and the history. And then it started growing, bro. And I started seeing other content creators from Colorado. That shit made me so happy. It made me happy, homie, because I was like, I'm starting to see a lot more content creators that are talking about our city. And I love that shit, bro. I love to see content creators come out of Colorado, you know, because it's just our background. It's our state. Yeah, Jake from Jake, he's a weirdo, bro. He could put out all kinds of false information about the city. You know, he was talking about shit that was going on, and I'm like, bro, you cannot say that. Like, and put that out to the public, and you're feeding these fools from over here. You're feeding these fools from over here, and you're talking about these hoods, bro, and in cases that are currently they're fighting these cases, and you're gonna put that wrong information out there. You're the OG of Denver. I appreciate you, my bro. Salute. Salute to the homie, man. All high salute to my brother right there, bro. Shout out to you, fam. God bless, my homie. Man, Paula D has had a rough few years. What's up with that dude, man? I heard he's an alky now. I heard he's alcoholic, my bro. Yeah, damn. You know, and that's another thing is too, bro. Let me try to explain this too, right? Um, I think people when they hear about Denver, um, they have like kind of this impression about Denver, right? And they think they know what it is, like snowboarders and mountains and cowboys and freaking small cow town farms. If you're in the Denver metro, you don't know nothing about that. We grew up in our neighborhoods, homie, that had rich history of our neighborhood. And I never went skiing in my life, bro. I never been skiing. I never went to the mountains. I've never been hiking. I never camped. I never did any of that. What? I never did that, bro. I was in the neighborhood, bro, in these neighborhoods watching family members die, bro. I was in these neighborhoods, bro, watching my partners get killed. So when I hear this bullshit about, oh, it's one of them peaceful places and this, bro. Well, I got major homies that got killed out here, bro. I got I'm off of TRT, my brother. I'm off of TRT. I'm off a small dose of TRT, to be real with you. You know, um, I got family members, bro, my pops and uncles and cousins dead out here because of the streets of Denver. Summer of violences, bro. We lost our homies. We lost our family, bro. You know, I worked in Denver and Greeley. You look good with it. I appreciate it, my bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get 255, man. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, and that'll be a good solid way for me. And when I think about that shit too, bro, in the 90s, homie, to be real with you too, I got partners that went to the system early, life sentences, homie. I got homies that are never coming home off them yards for gang enhancements and RICO acts and indictments, bro. You know, it's a different type of aspect. So I just kind of, I wanted to put it out there, homie, and represent our city. Like, and it's a good thing, homie, because there's been a lot of people that be like, hey, bro, your channel gave us some insight. I worked in Denver and Greeley, Colorado. Oh, nice. Greeley's tight too, homie. They got their own history out there too. You can't take nothing from them, right? You know, they got their own history. They got their own little thing that goes on out there. So, it's a dope aspect out there, homie. But that's kind of what it was. That's kind of why I started doing Denver content. So yeah, no, that's cool though, bro. That's a cool aspect. Now, what you guys on this Friday though? What's cracking with you guys for the rest of the night? I'm probably gonna chill out for the rest of the night, relax it up, go see what's happening in this hallway because it's still a crime scene. They still got a crime scene out here going crazy. And I think these cops are still out here doing investigation in my hallway. If you didn't know, you ain't been here since the beginning of the live. The reason why I started this live, because they kicked the neighbor's door in, the cops came. They kicked the neighbor's door in, and there's a crime scene in my hallway. There's blood all over the staircase. So somebody got hurt, stabbed or something. I don't really know, bro. I haven't seen no dude over there. And a girl came and talked to my wife a little bit earlier, and she had been drinking. But my apartment complex got a lot of things going on though too. You got smokers over here, you got fentanyl users, you got tweakers, you got the Vennies, you got all kinds of stuff going on in my apartment complex. So it could have been anything, bro. They could have been robbing some shit. You stay in the West. Nah, my apartment complex is like far west, bro. Like I don't even stay in the Denver metro, right? I stay in some low income housing, bro, where they move in all the Section 8 people in Green Mountain. This is Green Mountain, my brother. They moved all the like every Section 8 person here, and they just let slumlords, bro. This is like we play around, homie. We call it the Pauliette projects in Green Mountain, bro. Like it's weird. But they have all kinds of people here, and they got a gang of tweakers in these apartments. So I don't know. I really don't know. You know, it's usually just kind of quiet, but lately it's been like a little more active. What's up, Win? What's good with you? You know, rent is hella cheap right now everywhere, and I say move to Inglewood if you ever get a chance. How? Yeah, I think I might have to. You know, I'm moving out of these apartments, though. I'm not gonna re-sign the lease. But yeah, now that's I'm gonna go see what's going on, though, homie. That cop wanted to talk to me. I'm like, bro, I don't talk to cops. So I think they're cleared out a little bit. Hey, you know what it is, man? Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. You guys actually have a good night. I'll probably get up and do a coffee time. I'm gonna tap out for the night. But mile high salute to everybody out there. Appreciate everybody that tapped in tonight. God bless everybody. And to the next one, your boy Savage. You know what it is. Let's go.